Well, everyone, here we are. Probably my most dreaded ranking, just because there's some pretty good ones in here that are my personal favorites. Welcome to the Peppy Villagers. So it's going to be the last ranking for the normal personality types. I still am going to be doing a ranking of every single S tier villager that I ranked in all of these. I'll have to make a custom tier list for that. But we've got some pretty heavy hitters in this personality. It does look like there's quite a fewer amount of peppy villagers, but it's going to be difficult all the same. So let's just get right into this. Starting off with Agent S. First off, his poster looks really funny. I'm just gonna say that. Agent S is an interesting villager. It's another racer type of character, but it's a squirrel. I do like the face. It's like a very smug type of face, little like a typical like cute animal mouth thing that you'd see. I'm gonna go with a solid mid-tier B for Agent S. After Agent S, we have Annabelle, the Anteater. I actually really like this Anteater design. I think it's really nice. It's different. The colors are a bit bright, but it kind of works. It works with the outfit. It works with the eyes. The eyes are a really nice shape and great color as well. A nice bright green. I think I'm gonna give Annabelle an A tier. Next up, we have Anikotti. Anikotti's facial features actually pretty well balanced. The eyes are a good spacing, they're a good size. The cheeks add a bit more space used in the face. The hair is pretty decent. The colors are a bit weird though. I'm gonna give Anikotti a B tier as well. Next up we have Apple, the hamster. So there's a few things I like about Apple, but some that I don't. I love the coloring for Apple. A nice pink with some like darkish reds and some greens. Really matches with the shirt. The one thing I don't like is the shape of the eyes. I like the style of the eyes. The style of the eyes are very cute. But the shape is a bit too of a weird oval shape for my taste. For that, I'm going to give Apple a B. Next up, we have Audie. So for anyone who is subscribed to me and has watched my videos, you all know how I feel about Audie. Audie's my absolute favorite villager. I never given a really good explanation as to why, and this is a good time to give the explanation. First off, I love Audie's coloring. It's like a nice like red, like orange red orange, with a nice gradient from yellow to like a peach color. I really like her makeup. Her eyes are really great shape, especially for a wolf. The color of her eyes are really nice. It's a nice bright like blue, like crystal blue. The little tuft of hair really works. I love the sunglasses. Sunglasses really go really well with the like wolf face shape. Plus they're really nice coloring. I love the outfit that she comes with. It's like a very summery, very fresh outfit. As someone said in one of in the comments of one of my other like videos concerning Audie, they called her a beach babe, and she very much is. There's honestly nothing I don't like about Audie. Even if I wasn't super biased about Audie, I still think Audie's a really good design. I really like the wolves in general, and I think the proportions of Audie are just really nice. The eyes are very good shape, size, and distance. The snout pattern's pretty nice with the coloring. The coloring is very unique. And she looks more like a fox than a wolf. And her outfit's really nice. Even without my personal bias, I would give Audie a solid S tier. Like even like without me loving Audie for her backstory as to like her American or English, I guess I should say, English name origin, stuff like that. I love like everything about how she's designed. So that's enough of me simping for Audie. We're gonna move on to Bangle. Obviously, a Bengal tiger. Pretty good design. Coloring's a bit boring. It's just brown and yellow, but I do love the face. The face works. The eyes are really nice shape and size. Good distance and everything. The same exact dress as Audie, as I'm noticing now. I'm gonna give Bangle, honestly, an A. I really like Bangle. The colors are a bit boring, but they work. The face is just really nice, and I'm not a huge fan of the species for the villagers, but it works. It really works. Next up, we have Bella. Bella obviously is some kind of goth girl. I don't like the face. The face proportions are way too weird. They're very pinched, and they look off to me. Honestly, I'm gonna give Bella a D tier. I don't like it. The colors are nice. Like I like the colors going with the theme of being a goth girl. It's just the actual face itself does not work for me. It looks really bad to me. Next up, we have Bianca. Bianca's gonna be an S tier. I've never seen this villager before until now, but it's such a pretty villager. The one thing that I would complain about is the eyes. They're a bit too small right here at the edges. Besides that, it's gorgeous. She's obviously like a snow leopard. It's a beautiful coloring. I love the pink / purple like contrast. I know this isn't her original outfit. I have her base design on my other screen, but still like a pink. It works really well. I love the gradients with the spots and the little ears. I love the pink. It's just so pleasing. It's a very pleasing color palette and pleasing look. So S tier. Next up, we have Blue Bear. Blue Bear is going to be an A tier. The eyes shape don't bug me as much as Apple. They are a bit too small for my taste, but they're a much better shape than Apple's. I love the coloring. It's a nice baby blue with a nice darker like blue right there. And Blue Bear looks like a character that you want to like protect and you want to just hold. I think Blue Bear is a solid A tier. Next up, we have Bonbon. I'm gonna give Bonbon a B. I'm not a huge fan of the face. It's a very unique face, and I give Bonbon credit for that. Absolutely. However, the color is just a bit too boring for me, and there's not that much going for her. Like, the face is unique, but it's not a face I super enjoy. It's a bit too small for the rabbit head. It makes it look way too oval since it's much smaller. But it's still a pretty decent design. I can't really complain too much about it. Next up, we have Bubbles. I'm gonna give Bubbles a C tier. Nothing super special. I'm not a huge fan of the orange, like the Cheeto orange color. The eye is too small. It's just a black dot. Nothing super special about Bubbles. Nothing I super really like. But it's not like a horrible face design like this mouse right here. Next up, we have Bunny. I'm gonna give Bunny an A tier. The face is super unique. I do like the coloring. I think the coloring looks really nice. The eyes look weird, and then they also work at the same time for me. It's weird. It's like, I don't know, it's like 50-50. Like, I like it and I don't like it. Like, it's off-putting, but it also looks very pleasing to me. I think it's a very cute design. It's a pretty unique design for the face. And I like it. Plus, Bunny doesn't have a nose. I think that's what's throwing me off with the eyes, is that there's no nose to, like, go in between it. But I think it's an A tier. I think it's a pretty good design. Next up, we have Candy. Candy is going to be another D tier. This is why I don't like this. These mice designs are just bad. Like this mouse right here, Anacolti had really good placement with her face to make it all look even, not look weird. Whereas this one's way too big and too pinched in the center towards her nose, and this one's just way too high. Like there's just way too much empty space here. Like why are the eyes like basically like in her ears? Like, it's not the best. The color's fine. It's a pink and blue, but, like, just this face is just way too weird. I don't like it. Next up, we have Carmen. Carmen's gonna be an A tier. Carmen, I really like the design. Again, the face is pretty unique. The eyes are really nice. I like the hair going with her. It looks really well. It's a very Carmen, like, if I think of Carmen, I would think of a hairstyle like this. I like the color palette, like the cocoa brown with the like off-white pink blush and the like cotton candy blue accents. I think that looks really nice. I found Carmen in one of my hunts. I want to take her, but I didn't. But I really do like Carmen. Carmen looks really nice. Oh, I'm looking at the list here. Apparently there was an elephant called Chai. I actually really like that design. It's a shame that's not back in New Horizons. But anyway, back to the topic. We have Sherry. I think Sherry's gonna be an A tier along with the other cub. It's like the opposite of Sherry, like a good like cotton candy mix. I do like Sherry. The face is really good. These are like the size of eyes and shapes I would prefer. The hair is the hair's meh. I'm not a huge fan of it, but you know. Alright, up next we have Chrissy. Chrissy is gonna be an S tier. The sister was an A tier if I recall. I did say that together she would be an S tier. I do like Chrissy's design a lot more. It's a lot more pink, a lot more feminine. I do like that whole look and design. I think it works really well. I love the eyes. I love the like anime sparkle that they give. I think it's really nice. Chrissy, I think, is an easy S tier. And off of that, I'm going to give Cookie an S tier as well. I really like Cookie. Cookie is actually one of my friend's villagers. He does not play the game at all anymore. I've actually found Cookie on my hunts as well. I really like Cookie. I like the nice pink and like pinkish white color scheme. It's very pleasing. The eyes, again, that kawaii anime eyes. He's a really like nice sweetheart. Absolutely a villager I would take 100%. Next up we have Dottie. Dottie has a very unique face. But I'm not a huge fan of it. But I am gonna, same thing with the other bunny, I'm gonna give Dottie a B tier because of the uniqueness of it. Has the same accent color as Carmen. Has a weird like design kind of, which I kind of like with the fur, with nice like grayish blue. Just the face is a bit too weird, like just perfect circle eyes with really big circle like black spots, and then just a simple mouth. Kind of odd. Next up we have Felicity. I'm gonna give Felicity a B tier. I don't like the hair, and the face is okay. The eyes are a bit too small. The mouth is I'm not a fan of this like pointed like upside down arrow mouth. But it's decent. It's not my favorite design though. Next up we have Flora, who's a flamingo. This is an A tier. I really like this. This is super unique. The only thing I don't like about Flora really is just how small the eyes are. Where I can like excuse the snow leopard, this is just a black circle. I wish like the eyes were just a bit more defined, I guess. Instead of just a black dot. Besides that, I like everything about it, and I like that the marking with the white is a heart, if you look at it straight on. A really well done design. If the eyes are just a bit better, it would go to S tier. Next up we have Freckles. Freckles is a D tier. Super tiny eyes, way too far apart. Color palette's okay, don't like the color of the hair, don't like the style of the hair. Really weird looking duck, not a fan. Up next we have Gabby. Gabby's gonna be a B tier. I don't like how close together everything is on Gabby's face, but still a pretty decent face. It's got basically the same eyes as his rabbit friend Dottie, or her rabbit friend, I should say. The colors are okay. You got white, orange with a nice pinkish purple highlight. But I'm not loving it. I'm not McDonald'sing it right now. Next up we have Ketchup. Ketchup's an S tier. I've said it before. I really like Ketchup. I love the gimmick. I love that it's Ketchup's a frickin' tomato. It's a really good design for duck. Like, the facial features work really well. The eyes are really nice design. The colors are pretty unique and they work really well. I really like Ketchup. The whole gimmick of being a tomato is super nice and it's just very pleasing. It's a pleasing look for me at the very least. Next up we have Maddie the dog. I'm gonna give Maddie a B. The eyes I'm not a huge fan of. Everything else I like, but it's kind of like a typical dog color. Got like the light brown going into a gradient to a darker brown and some like light tans. It's just like the nose shape is just a very stark triangle, and then the eyes are just way too small and thick for my taste. Up next we have Mary. Mary's gonna be an A tier because Mary's a pudgy cat. I do like the colors. It's a nice like off-white with pink highlights and like a more like caramel brown hair. And if you look at this picture, she's trying to hide her double chin. I like that. It's very adorable. I think Mary's a pretty good design. The eyes are really nice. The mouth works for how they made her more of a chunky cat. And the colors are nice. I like it. Plus, having the dreamy sweater on Mary works really well because it really accents the colors of her really nicely. Up next we have Nibbles. I think Nibbles is gonna be a B tier. I'm not a huge fan of the such like huge buck tooth paired with like the big whites of the eyes. I think if the blacks were a bit bigger in her eyes, it'd be a bit better. Color scheme is pretty unique though. Minty green with like a Mountain Dew like yellow green. She's wearing like a watermelon dress as well, but nothing amazingly special. Nothing that I would be like, oh, absolutely A tier or S tier. Now we have Pango. Pango the Anteater. I like the colors are unique. The eye is really nice. It's just the colors aren't as pleasing to me as the other Anteater. This one it's more pleasing to my eyes. It's a bit brighter, but I'm gonna give Pango a very high B tier. Almost A, but not quite. I don't like the combination of the colors. They're very unique colors for an Anteater, just not colors I'm super into. Next up we have Pate. Pate's gonna be a D tier. Those eyebrows are really weird. The eyes are just a weird shape. I'm not a huge fan of this blue matte going with this weird hair color. It just does not work in my case. The blue in the cheeks and the pink cheeks work really well, but everything else just doesn't. Just D tier. Next up we have Patty. Patty's a kind of like boring cow. It's like just a brown cow. B tier, nothing special. The face is fine. The colors are just boring. Nothing that'll bring it up to an A or an S tier for me. But then we have Peanut. Peanut's an S tier. The color's really nice. The one thing I don't like is just the random blue right here. But I do like the colors. I like the face except for the mouth. I think the mouth is just a bit too big and a bit too separated in between the two little hooks. But besides that, I think it's a pretty good design. Squirrels, for the most part, have pretty good designs, or pretty okay designs at the very least, but you know. Up next we have Peggy. I do like Peggy's design. I like the eyes. If only the eyes were just a bit wider, then I'd be okay with it more. The hair is okay. It works for a pig head, but it's a very basic pig color scheme. Because of that, I'm going to give Peggy a B. There's nothing super special. Nothing that makes it pop. Up next we have Penelope. I do like the whole way that they did Penelope's ears. It's just a big gigantic pink bow. I think that's nice. It kind of helps with the mouse face shape. Also the whole like orientation of her face works really well. I just think the eyes are a bit too small, but I'm not a huge fan of the color of her. She's just a regular like gray mouse or rat. But I do think she's pretty decent, especially for a mouse, so B tier. And next we have Pinky. So Pinky's a panda. So I have a panda, or actually I had a panda. It was that weird like pink skin panda with black. Pinky's a much better panda. I like the off like kind of like yellowish white with the pink replacing the black. I do like her face. Her face really is really nice. I do like the like uwu mouth. I think that works really well. And it's a pink panda. I like it. I'd probably take Pinky if given the option, so A tier. Now we have Piper. I've never seen this village before. I did not know that this villager existed. Quite a few of these Peppy villagers I never knew existed. But I do like Piper. The face is really, really well done. I like the eye size and shape. I do like the contrast of the beak color on the bright white feathers. And the little black, like, top. I think that works exceptionally well. So, I'm going to give Piper an A. I've never seen this village before, but it's a nice design. I like looking at it. It works. It works super well. Now we have Pippi. Pippi, I'm gonna give a C tier. I'm not a fan of the colors. I'm not a huge fan of the face. The face is okay. It's a bit too high. If the face was lower, like if like the eyes and mouth were lower, and then if the freckles were a little bit lower, it'd be a lot better. I just think it's way too like high up. It makes the face just look too big, I would say. So C tier for Pippi, unfortunately. Next up we have Pom Pom. I think Pom Pom's gonna be another C tier. And the eyes are creeping me out. They're way too big. I think it's just the white on white that's creeping me out. It's like it's like staring into my soul. The hair is fine. Like it's an orange and white. It's just the face just really throws me off. I can't put it higher. Next up we have Puddles. So Puddles was actually one of my first 3 villagers that moved in when you customize the houses. I loved Puddles. I loved the attitude that Puddles had. I do really like Puddles' design. I like the colors and everything. The one thing that I just don't super like about Puddles is the size of her eyes. They're just a bit too small, but there's not much you can do with the frog's like little tiny eye spots. I do like the pink and like red coloring. It's very unique for a frog. I like the pattern's a bit basic, but I'm gonna give Puddles a B tier, even though I love Puddles. Objectively, Puddles is a B tier. She's got a special place in my heart because she was one of my villagers, because I've actually talked to her in the game, but besides that, there's nothing super special about Puddles. Next up we have Rosie. I think Rosie's an A tier. I don't like cats, but I do like the face of Rosie. That nice like ooh mouth works really well. It's a nice shape. I love the eyes. The eyes are perfect. Like those Pac-Man like eyes with like just the right amount of white, the right size, right spacing for the cat head. I do like the gradient from the blue to the white up top. I think Rosie's a really good design. Then we have Ruby. I think one of the only albino villagers in the game, if I remember correctly, or at least one of the very few. I like Ruby. The face is kind of weird, but it's mainly just because it's an albino. It's very different because of that fact. Like, it's very clear that Ruby's an albino villager. I'm gonna give Ruby an A just for that fact that they're an albino. It's so rare. I mean, it's rare IRL as well. So, plus I do like the design. It's unique and it's not like offensive. Like it works. It works really well. Next up we have Sprinkle. I love Sprinkle's color palette, and with her eyes closed, she looks a lot better. But her normal eyes, I don't like. They're like, it's like a black ring with a white circle, and then the little like eyelashes. The eyes are what throw me off, so I'm not a fan of that. But I do love everything else about Sprinkle, I guess. So I'm going to give Sprinkle a B. The eyes are just, they bring it down a lot. If she had different eyes, or if like these were her eyes permanently, then it'd be an A tier. Up next we have Tabby. Tabby's going to be a D tier. I hate the face. The face is just really, really like obnoxious. It's like Laker colors. It's orange and like purple, and like it's just a very scary face. Like it looks like Tabby got into a fist fight and lost horrendously. I don't like it. And leading off of that, Tammy is going to be a D tier. I don't like the color scheme. I hate the face. The face is horrifying to me. The tail is the only really thing I like because of the like nice like patterning on the tail. But besides that, Tammy's horrifying. Thing of nightmares. Not a huge fan. After that, we have Tangy. Again, if you guys have watched my hunt videos, you would know. Tangy is one of my favorites. Again, I don't like cats, but I love this gimmick. Tangy is a freaking orange. Especially with her name being a tangy orange. I love the leaf. Is like a hair piece. It really like offsets the like shortness of the eyes. I do like the eye shape like match with the little leaf with like the wide like mouth. It's just a great gimmick, and I love the look of Tangy. Same thing with Ketchup. Like these two are like a pair for me. S tier for me. Next up we have Truffles. Truffles is a D tier for many reasons. One, I think Truffles is an absolutely ugly villager. I hate the small eyes, I hate the thick, angry eyebrows, I hate the huge mouth, and I hate the hair. Also, Truffles moved into my island when I had a free spot for when I wanted to go look for Audie, way before I made videos, and Truffles came from one of my friend's villagers. I was not happy, and I was very happy to kick Truffles off. Don't enjoy Truffles, like, at all. Next up we have Tutu. I think Tutu's got a very cozy design. Obviously, that's intended. The one thing I don't like about Tutu is how high the eyes are. I understand they put there's like that, I think that's blush beneath her eyes. But it's just, the eyes are just way too high for my taste. If the blush is a bit lower and the eyes are a bit lower, it would work a lot more. Because of that, B tier. If the face was just a bit more proportionate, easy A tier. Next up we have Twiggy. Twiggy's gonna be a C tier. I'm not a super huge fan of Twiggy. I just think the face is a bit too plain for my taste. The colors are fine. It's just a typical Tweety bird coloring, but the face is just way too plain. It's nothing special for my taste. Next up we have Victoria. I really like Victoria's design. I like that it's a racing horse. The colors are really nice. It's like a like bronzish brown with a yellow. The eye is great. Like the eyes are amazing. Great shape, great style. And because of the whole like racing mask, because the eyes are so like on the sides, it works. Because there's design and material in between. So, A tier. Up next we have Wendy. I think Wendy's gonna be a B tier. Nothing super special. Another watermelon shirt. The colors are nice, but nothing really pops for me for Wendy. She's just a very like middle of the road villager. Nothing super special. And last off, for Peppy, we have Winnie. So looking at Winnie, she has a freaking star on her forehead. The eyes are really nice. They're a lot closer because there's not as much happening in her face. The eye design is really well done. I really like it. It's just a nice shape, nice size, and nice distance. The star really like fills out any like emptiness. Coloring is a bit weird, but it does make the star pop off of that green. Because of this, I'm gonna give Winnie a B. There's just not enough happening with Winnie. I do like the star, but that's basically the only unique thing with Winnie that's happening. And there we go. This is the final personality tier list. So, in S tier, we have Audie, we have Bianca, Chrissy, Cookie, Ketchup, and Tangy. 6 S tiers in Peppy. All in all, a lot of really good villagers in Peppy, but there was a lot more D tiers in this one as well. But there we go. So now there's only one more tier list for me to make, and that's the S tier. The S tier list. So I'm going to have to look into making my own tier list and getting these images and stuff, and then having S, A, B, C, and D for the S tiers. But regardless, hope you guys enjoyed, and I do gotta remind everyone, this is my own opinion. It's fine if you like your own villagers and you have your own S tiers, really fine. I know a lot of people don't like Audie. They think that she's an ugly villager. That's fine. That's completely fine. But overall, I hope you enjoyed. Please tell me who your S tiers are for the Peppy villagers. I do know a lot of people's favorites are in Peppy. Like Peppy, Smug, and Normal hold a lot of people's favorite villagers. Yeah, feel free to let me know who your S tiers for these Peppy villagers are. If you're new to this channel, I make Animal Crossing related content at this moment every Monday. I do Ruby reactions every Friday, and if I decide I want to make some random video, that usually comes out in the middle of the week, anywhere from Tuesday to Thursday. So if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'll be happy to have you in this community. If you're already subscribed, hit that bell so you get notified whenever a new video goes live and you don't get screwed over by YouTube. Because recently I keep getting notifications myself of people I'm subscribed to a week later because I don't have the bell on. So YouTube decides, oh, we're going to tell you that this video came out, but we're going to tell you a week later and after you already watched it. So yeah, as always guys, I hope to see you in the next video, and have a good morning, afternoon, and evening. Goodbye everyone.